first module. Now it is the time to start the second module. Before going to the second module, I will just explain what are the things which is there in the second module, third module, and fourth and fifth module. So basically, from the second module to fifth module, we are going to discuss stiffness matrix method and flexibility matrix method. So these two methods are there in the second to fifth module, and basically we have to deal with the beams, trusses, and framed structures. So in that we will be having flexibility matrices for truss and frame elements, load transformation matrix, development of total flexibility matrix, etc. So we will discuss in detail, and there won't be any order of teaching from second module to fifth module. At the end of the session, at the end of the classes, we will be covering all the modules. So you don't worry about whether we are following the module wise order. So we will just we will be directly shifting to fifth module after getting some basic introduction. So in the fifth module, that is, we are going to have introduction to direct stiffness method. Then in that module we will be having solution of two span continuous beam, single base, single portal, story portal frame using direct stiffness matrix method. So we will start discussing with the static indeterminacy and kinematic indeterminacy. Then we will directly move to the fifth module, and then we will start doing the problem. Basically, we have stiffness matrix method, and flexibility matrix method. In the stiffness matrix method, we have to deal with the beam problems, we have to deal with the frame problems, we have to deal with the truss problem. Similarly, for the flexibility method also, we have to have beam, frame, and truss. In the stiffness matrix method, we are having direct stiffness matrix method and direct stiffness matrix method and compatibility matrix method. Module 3 is actually flexible. Module 3 is flexibility matrix method. Module 4, compatibility stiffness matrix method. Module 5, direct stiffness matrix method. So you are going to deal with these three modules first, and module 2 is actually the basic terminology, that is kinematic indeterminacy, static indeterminacy, flexibility influence coefficient, stiffness influence coefficient, etc. These all things will be covered once we deal with module 5, module 4, and module 3. So you don't want to worry about whether we have to learn module 2. Module 2 will be covered indirectly once you learn module 5, 4, and 3. So directly we are going to move to module 5 with the basic understanding from module 2. So the basic understanding which is required to start module 5 is static indeterminacy and kinematic indeterminacy. So the main thing is that you have to understand what is static indeterminacy. Static indeterminacy, I believe you have learned in your previous semesters. So there is a statically indeterminate structure. Those structures, their unknown reactions cannot be determined with the equations of equilibrium alone, are called statically indeterminate structures. So what is static indeterminacy? The static indeterminacy is nothing but it is the difference of number of unknown reactions minus number of available equilibrium equations. So it will be clear once we do some more problems, and we will do kinematic indeterminacy. After that, then we will discuss some problem. So what is kinematic indeterminacy or degrees of freedom? It is actually the total number of unknown independent joint displacements or rotations. So that is what is kinematic indeterminacy. It is defined as the number of independent translations and rotations that exist in a So kinematic indeterminacy is the total number of unknown independent joint displacements or rotations. So it is defined as the number of independent translations and rotations that exist in a structure. Independent translations or rotations that exist in a structure. So we will take different structure and discuss in detail what is static indeterminacy and kinematic indeterminacy. Let us start with a sample problem. So let us say fixed beam is there. So in this fixed beam, we are neglecting the axial forces and axial displacement. So we are having two reactions, that is one vertical reaction and a moment. So at the support, left support, and similarly at the right support we are expecting a vertical reaction and a moment, since there is no horizontal load and there is no axial deformation. So there are four unknowns are there in a fixed beam. So the number of unknown reactions is equal to 4. Now how many equations of equilibrium are available? Equations of equilibrium. See, sigma h is equal to 0 is not applicable for this case. So only sigma v is equal to 0 and sigma m is equal to 0 is applicable. So we have two equations of equilibrium. So the static indeterminacy is 4 minus 2, which is equal to 2. So this is the sample for a beam problem. So I am taking one more problem to make you understand. So it is a 3-span beam which is having fixed end at both ends and two intermediate supports. So you can have, there is a vertical reaction, there is a moment at the left support, similarly a reaction and a moment at the right support. Two intermediate support, you will be offering two vertical reaction. So the unknown reactions we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Equations of equilibrium we are having the same. We are having 2 only. So the static indeterminacy is equal to 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. So we will be doing one more problem. See, there is an internal hinge and there is two support and one fixed end at the left support. So this is also, we can calculate the static indeterminacy. Two reactions at the, one reaction and one moment at the left support, two reactions at the hinge supports. So we are having unknown reactions. Is equal to 4. Static indeterminacy is equal to 4 minus, here we are having a hinge. So you are having one more extra equation, that is moment at this hinge is equal to 0. So we are having already equations of equilibrium, two equations of equilibrium, that is sigma v is equal to 0 and sigma m is equal to 0, and along with this hinge, moment at the hinge is equal to 0, we are having an extra one more condition. So 4 minus 2 minus 1, which is equal to 4 minus 3, which is equal to 1. So the static indeterminacy of this problem is 1. Now we will take this frame structure. So let us see this is a frame structure. So this understanding is required for you to do the flexibility method problem, to analyze the structures using flexibility matrix method. So if you don't have the clear idea about static indeterminacy, it will be very difficult to deal with the third module that we will be discussing. So please learn it properly. So this will be discussing required at that time. So here static indeterminacy is equal to, the equation is 3m plus r minus 3j, where m is equal to number of members and r is equal to number of unknown reactions and j is equal to number of joins. For this problem we are having 3 members, 1, 2 and 3. So m is equal to 3. And how many reactions are there? In this problem we are having 2 supports. We can have 3 reactions at 2 reactions and 1 moment at one support, and 2 reactions and 1 moment at the other support. So we are having total 3 plus 3, total unknown reaction is equal to 6. And finally, how many number of joins are there? See here, this is first join, this is second join, this is third join, and this is fourth join. Totally we are having 4 joins are there. So the static indeterminacy is equal to 3m plus r minus 3j. So if you substitute 3 into 3 plus 6 minus 3 into 4, so is equal to 9 plus 6 minus 12. So 15 minus 12, which is equal to 3. So this is actually the total static indeterminacy. So which is actually the sum of external indeterminacy and internal indeterminacy. So this is actually total static indeterminacy can be directly found out with the equation 3. And there is another formula to find out the internal indeterminacy that we will do with another problem. We will discuss with another problem. So let me select another frame structure. See, this is the problem. So you can first we will do with the normal equation. Static indeterminacy is equal to 3m plus r minus 3j. Now I am going to count the number of members: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So m is equal to 21. So 3 into 21 plus r is equal to, here you will be having 3, 3, 3, 3, total 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, 12, minus number of joints, 3 into number of joints. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 into 4, 16. So we will be having 3 into 21, 63 plus 12 minus 48, which will come as 27. Okay, so this is a one equation. Similarly you can have another equation, that is there is external indeterminacy and there is an equation to find out external indeterminacy, that is r minus number of equations available. R minus number of equations available, and internal indeterminacy is 3 into number of loops. 3 into number of loops. So here R is equal to, I am trying to calculate external indeterminacy first. SC is equal to number of unknown reactions is equal to 12, as you all know, that is 12, and the equations of equilibrium available is 3 only. Sigma h is equal to 0, v is equal to 0, and m is equal to 0. So 12 minus 3 is equal to 9. So the external indeterminacy for this frame structure is 9. Now the internal indeterminacy is the 3 times number of loops. You have to count how many loops are there. You see, this is one number of closed loops you have to count. So this is a closed loop. So this is 1. Similarly, second loop, third loop, fourth loop, fifth loop, and sixth loop are there. So totally 6 loops are there. So 3 into 6, which is equal to 18. So the internal indeterminacy is 18 and external indeterminacy is 9. So if you count the total indeterminacy, that is structural indeterminacy, is nothing but SE plus SI, which is equal to external is here, the external is 9 and internal is 18. Total 9 plus 18 is equal to 27. So this is also, with this equation also it is 27, and by this equation also it is 27. So the second way is the easiest ways to count the static indeterminacy. So you may get a part problem from this area. You can easily score 5 marks for the calculation of the static indeterminacy of framed or beam structures. So now we have to left with a truss structure for the static indeterminacy. So the truss structure, trusses, you are having single joint truss. They are having single joint truss. So this is a single joint truss, single jointed pin jointed truss. So here the static indeterminacy is m minus 2. So you have to count the number of members. Here 1, 2, 3 members are there. So 3 minus 2. So the static indeterminacy is 1. So you require one extra equation to solve this problem. Now if I have a 5-member structure, or say this is a 5-member structure, single jointed truss structure, so the static indeterminacy will be m minus 2, that is 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3. Now if we have a multiple joint truss structure, if you have a multiple joint structure, you are having two equations, that is static indeterminacy is equal to m minus of 2j minus 3 and external indeterminacy is equal to r minus equations of equilibrium. So we will take a problem and discuss it. Let us say this problem. Let us take this problem. So this is a truss structure. So here we will first calculate external indeterminacy. External indeterminacy is equal to r minus equations of equilibrium. So the number of reactions here is 1, 2, 3 external reactions are there. So 3 minus equations of equilibrium. We are having 3 equations of equilibrium. So 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So external indeterminacy is 0 for this structure. And internal indeterminacy, we are having the equation m minus of 2j minus 3. So you have to count the members. So you can take this is a one member only. So we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You can count that. There is no joint at this location. So 6 members are there minus number of joints 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 joints are there minus of 3. So which is equal to 8 minus of 3 is equal to 5. 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. So the static indeterminacy is equal to 1. So the total indeterminacy is external plus internal, so which is equal to 0 plus 1. So that is equal to 1 for this structure. So with this thing we are winding up the static indeterminacy, and I request all of you to go to standard textbook and do more problems in regarding to static indeterminacy, both truss structures, frame structures, and you will get so many problems for your GATE examination. So you will be having multiple questions. So in this exam, try to take some standard GATE coaching textbook, and you can see more problems and do and get the concepts clear. There will be equations for you can use find the equations corresponding for 3D structure also. Whatever we have discussed is only 2D, two-dimensional. Similarly to the 3D, the equations will change. You have to by heart the equation, and there are concepts to explain how these equations are arriving at. But we are not wasting the time to elaborate on it. If you have any doubt, we can discuss later. So now we are going to discuss kinematic indeterminacy.